Hey, it's been a while, huh? But I'm playing some UFO 50 today. Because I had an unexpected allergic reaction at work. I'm fine, don't worry. But I had to take a bunch of Benadryl, and it's the sleepy juice. It is the sleepy juice. So I'm a little out of it. But like the different out of it than I usually am, rather than just being exhausted from work, I just feel like soup because the Benadryl coma. I mean, it was the generic brand, but it's diphenhydramine hydrochloride. It's the same thing. Um, what am I doing? I need to think about you. I mean, you're all thinking about this. At least I'm thinking about this. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start by playing ping golf. I haven't played ping golf in a while, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, but that's okay. If you just fixed a few standing, of course I would. Gosh golly, what am I gonna be? Sure, let's be custard. I like orange. What haven't I showed off much of, if any? I was actually thinking Lords of Disconia. I don't think I've done that on stream, and I've barely touched it on my own. Get in there. Get in there. Oh yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, okay. Not terrible. Um, there's some games I haven't shown off just because, like Mini and Max is a big one, or Porgy, when a lot of them are about exploration. I feel like those I want to say, oh, you should play UFO 50 for yourself. Like, oh, experience them. But also because they would take a while to play through. Oh, come on, help me. Please. Yay. Good enough. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Help me. This is what I get for not playing ping golf in a long time. But I mean, this is what happens every time I play ping golf. I hope you all have this music stuck in your head for the rest of the night, because I know I will. Nope, screwed that up. Oh, oh man. Oh, I really hecked this. It's kind of impressive. I've gotten a hole-in-one on this one before, but you'd never be able to tell. No, no, no. Wrong way. Saved it. I think also playing something like UFO 50 is nice, because it's a good like chill hangout stream. I think anytime I play something sort of retro or retro-esque in this case, I don't know, it feels like a good sort of game for just chatting with folks here. I mean, Air Riders to an extent as well, but because that one I have to watch the screen more actively, it's not as great for reading chat. Wow, under par. Oh, don't mention the Christmas music. When I came into work today, I think I mentioned last time how they were playing like both overproduced modern Christmas pop music and also like the twangiest country Christmas music too, but it's all like the worshipful songs. I still can't remember the name of the carol that cowboy with the twangiest voice was singing. I want to say it's "Come All Ye Faithful," but I get so many of the classic religious carols sort of mixed up. I don't remember their names. Okay. You never thought you'd miss the Michael Bublé. Oh, there's a lot of Michael Bublé on there. Oh boy. I think the first the first Christmas song I heard this year, just being played as I was walking, I was not even at work, walking to work downtown. At like 6 in the morning, I could hear him, Michael Bubble. singing how it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and I thought, oh, good. Now I know Christmas is finally here because I'm hearing Mike Bubble. I know that is a sad statement, isn't it? Never thought you'd miss the Michael Bublé. Oh. Do you like Mike Bubble? I just came up with that off the dome. Oh. Well, I didn't eat a penalty stroke. I guess that's good. Forgot I could do this. Wonder if I can get up and abover. All right. When I said I had an allergic reaction, part of you wondered if it was to modern Christmas covers. That would be a good way to maybe get them to stop playing Christmas music. If I went up to the person in charge of controlling the aux and showed them all the hives on my arms and said, look what Mike Bubble has wrought. It wasn't even Mike Bubble's fault, honestly. Honestly, out of all the modern Christmas songs I hear, Michael Bublé is okay. Because his aren't really overproduced. They're a little like, I don't know, a little twee, but in a very gentle way. You know, like not in a way that just actively irritates me. So it's okay. You can stay, Mike Bubble, if I had to. But it's like the overproduced, like Mariah Carey, Ariana Grande, whatever. I can't do it. I hate it. You remember your sister getting mad at you when you called him Michael Bubble back when he was new? I don't know if these ads exist in the US, but in Canada, if you get the carbonated flavored water beverage bubbly, Michael Bublé is like a spokesperson for it, playing off the fact that his name sounds like bubbly Bublé. I don't think I've ever done this right on stream. I've gotten a hole-in-one on this hole, but I feel like never on stream. On stream, oh, hi Campanella. On stream, I've definitely hit all three balls. Oh. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take a sip of water. One sec. Let me chug. Okay. I did it. I almost redeemed myself for how awful the first few holes were. Just had to wake up a little bit. Damn you, Mikey Bubs. I feel like I have to mention it whenever Michael Bublé Christmas songs come up. Because, no. I like getting the opportunity, to share the existence of Mike Bubbley's cover of Santa Baby, if you're not familiar with it, called Santa Buddy. I've heard it at least once this year. It was on the Christmas playlist and it cracks me up every time I hear it. Now imagine you took the song Santa Baby, but you made it no homo. But I like to think Mike Bublé just has a little crush on Santa, but he's shy to admit it. Yeah, coward. Taking a song and then changing the lyrics like that to make it no homo. Come on, Mike Bublé. It's okay. I did not actually hear him sing Maple Leaf Forever at the 2010 Olympics. Sorry, Michael. Impressive distance. You suspect it's not supposed to go in that direction. Now look, I'm playing 4-dimensional golf. I'm aiming for holes you can't even perceive. Oh. I know 4D chess exists on Steam. A game apparently for psychopaths, and I say that with reverence and awe. But where is 4-dimensional golf? It's normal as a man to ask older men for gifts and favors, Mike Bubble. Many have done this. Even like the bit about wanting a convertible. He changes the lyrics so it's steel blue. He wants a steel blue convertible because it's manly, I guess. Get in there. Get in there. I can't bury the lead like that. Sorry, you're right. It's 4D chess with 4D, not 4T, but 4D chess with multiverse time travel. That's correct. Black hole scientists have discovered the most reliable black hole detection is innate in all golf players. That's why the ball goes into the rough all the time. The ball is seeking the rough. 40 chess. You play 40 matches simultaneously. Wow, that was actually a good shot. I've ruined it. I've jinxed it now. Oh, yeah. Oh, heck, that unicycle. I just destroyed all my childhood memories of playing Uniracers in one fell swoop. Wait, it's 5D chess with multiverse time travel? Wow. Oops. Okay, golf needs to catch up. I've said before, I don't like real golf on principle because of the environmental destruction that it has caused. But virtual golf, with or without Mario, or in miniature, that's okay. Nothing was deforested to make ping golf. Water regulations were not ignored to keep the beautiful Florida golf courses green when everything else is under restrictions because of water rationing. 40 would just be time. Let's not be absurd. Mini golf of the 3D Ultra variety. I wonder if that... I haven't looked in a long time. Does the website... I think it's called The Underdogs? It was a site that had a lot of like old... PC games that weren't supported anymore. Come on. So, maybe something like archive.org would have it now, like the Internet Archive, but I wonder if I could find 3D Ultra Mini Golf somewhere. Just to see, could I get it to work? I mean, I might need to... Oh, come on. Might need to use a virtual machine of some sort. There we go. Yeah, golf doesn't need to be anywhere that's not Scotland. Scotland can keep golf. They invented it. They can have those courses, but like the ones in like American, like the southern states, like Florida, again, like just all the water and environmental damage and oh. Never played Golden Tee. Not to be too gender conformative, you don't think Michael Bublé, sorry, Michael Bubble, is the man you want to aspire to for guidance on how to feel masculine? Well, of course not. He's not comfortable enough in his own masculinity. Or maybe he's just shy. There we go. Why do we even have that unicycle? Oh. You know what? Are you really playing golf if you don't choke spectacularly? Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Wait. Ain't that just the way? Oh. It's not the worst I've done, but this is the last hole. It could still be the worst I've done. Oh, the one time I almost got the cherry on this, which is getting a total score under par. Oh yeah. My score was below 0 when I got to this hole, and then I choked so bad on this hole that I wound up, I don't know what sort of manner of bogey I had gotten, but my final score at the very end was like 4 above par overall. It was this spot. I knocked the ball into the water so many times, destroyed both croissant fish bounced backwards repeatedly, fell into the water. Hello, welcome. Don't play ping golf like me. You could maybe play Mario Golf like me. Oh, but don't play ping golf like me. I'm just gonna, yeah. Sometimes you just got to accept that you're not going anywhere fast. The goal is to get the the ball into the water. Exactly. That's what you have to do in 4D chess. I mean, golf. 5-dimensional golf. Oh, boy. I think that there is just a metaphor for the kind of day I had. Get the bottle into the war. I am doing all right today, I think. I lived after having an unexpected allergic reaction this morning at work. It wasn't serious, thankfully. Like, no anaphylaxis or anything. Just hives and my arms being all blotchy and red. And I guess my mouth being itchy, but that's fine. Well, bottom of the barrel. Now that's a warm-up, baby. It was to almonds specifically. So a coworker had brought a box of cookies for everyone to share in the back room and just, left a note saying, take one, help yourself. And the other day I had a shortbread cookie. That was fine. And then this morning I had a cookie before work and I thought, I'll try one of these oatmeal cookies because no one has taken an oatmeal cookie yet. I felt bad for them. I'm like, I'm okay with oatmeal. And then after I ate it, I thought, my mouth feels a little itchy. And then I asked my coworker, those cookies you brought in, were there nuts in any of them? Like, oh, only the cowboy cookies. A, what's a cowboy cookie? B, oh no. What kind of nuts? I don't know. Maybe almonds or pecans. Well, I guess we'll find out whether or not I have to go to the hospital. It was fine. It was almonds. My almond allergy is relatively mild. It mostly just makes my mouth itchy. And again, like blotchy arms, but I was okay. Thankfully, like, little traces don't bother me. I'm very lucky that I don't suffer from severe allergies. I'm going to do a quick run of Kit Club. Because I still haven't beaten this. I get to the 4th world and then I perish. But yeah, I'm lucky that I don't have one of those really severe nut allergies. When I was on the train the other week, there was someone next to me just like eating a jar of Nutella with a spoon. And I'm not judging them for eating, a whole jar of Nutella with a spoon, because you gotta do what keeps you fueled. But it's just, boy, it's a good. Why can I hit this tennis ball? No, it's a good thing I don't have one of those really severe allergies where I can't even be near the allergen, because I've known people like that. I do have a pecan allergy, so I can't have tree nuts. Peanuts are fine, as they're not tree nuts, they're legumes. I do not have a peanut allergy, which is good. I like peanut butter. But I can't have other nuts. And again, I'm lucky that it's not like super severe, which is pretty scary. I've never had to use an EpiPen. I would prefer not to, though, if I could avoid it. I mean, if it's between that and perishing, obviously I would rather not perish, but if you've ever done a first aid class, the needle on those are pretty big. I don't know if I could do macarons. I don't think I'd want to try, because I'd get the itchy mouth, I'm sure, with the almond flour. And also, they're really sweet. I don't like sweet things. I feel like the appeal of macarons would be completely lost to me. Yeah, allergies are a little silly, huh? I kind of wonder how they develop. If they're more common in recent history, or if it's just more that they're better widely recognized for what they are. Well, that volleyball is gonna fall forever. Like a hot dog. I remember my mom saying when she was pregnant with me that she ate like a lot of nuts. It was just something she snacked on a lot. And has said she wondered if there was a correlation between that and the nut allergy that I wound up developing. I don't know. I could only speculate. I don't really know how that such a thing develops in the human body, only that it's the histamine response going crazy. Your arteries are apparently small and finicky, so every time you donated plasma, you had to get the biggest needle. Oh no. Ugh. I keep thinking I gotta try donating blood again, because there's a clinic downtown that I could go to if I remember. I tried to once some years ago, but I couldn't find a vein. Oop, oop, don't hit the badminton birdie. Don't hit the badminton birdie. Ooh, Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, finicky arteries do sound like an old horror thing, don't they? Eh. Would I be fine eating cyanide then? Oh yeah, filled me up with apple seeds. Widely recognized and fewer people dying of them. Yeah, that's my hypothesis as well. That it's, I can't think of the term, like, something just not being recognized because it's underreported. I feel like there's a word for it, but nah, heck if I can recall. Oh, secret cake. Come on, volleyball. Volleyball! The only plasma donation center is an hour and a half by bus. Boo. Please? There we go. There we go. Hang on, I gotta focus on this be-mulleted tennis ball. No will. What a racket. Well, I slid into him. Wow, I came into this with 4 extra lives, and now this is a travesty. Jeez, oh. Everything was going so well. Oh goodness. I remember once having to get blood work done, and for whatever reason they had to use a vein on the back of my hand instead of my arm like usual. No, thankfully, didn't hurt, and the, was it phlebotomist? Is that the correct term? Was really nice and professional, and I was telling him as such, because I'm better at it now, but it used to be I had a lot of difficulty with needles, so like I would always ask, hey, do you mind just like chatting with me about whatever while you draw blood or administer this vaccine, whatever, just so I don't get lightheaded. And he was really nice and was, chatting happily with me. And I thanked him for it, and he said, if you're really happy with the quality of care you got, you could fill out a little comment card in the main lobby, because that's good for me. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I remember awkwardly trying to write on it with this bandage on the back of my right hands, trying not to dislodge it. I was so distracted I almost called him a professional because I'd been playing a lot of Salmon Run at the time. Also, I want to read chat. This is interesting. Let's talk about like allergies and physiology, but also I have to not get kicked by these shoes. I must do the kicking. Kind of funny that, I'm an athlete here, but all the pickups are junk food. I mean, you gotta get your protein so you can build muscles, but I feel like maybe hamburgers and hot dogs aren't the best way of doing it. Oh no, you're feeling the I was gonna say the crunch from your cold or your COVID and flu vaccines. I'm glad you got them. I wanted to get a COVID booster, but here you have to pay for it unless you qualify for like certain other conditions. And technically I do, but I can't go to the pharmacy to get it. I'd have to go to like a special place to get it, and I'm not sure how they verify if you qualify. I mean, I'm sure they have my medical records, but still. It feels like a lot of rigmarole when it used to be you could go to the pharmacy and do it, but not now. Yeah, yet another horrible loss for this god-awful province I'm in. Ugh, get me out of here. My burger. I wanted to get out of here, but it was the Berg who said no. Nope, no shoes. No shoes. Oh my god, shoes. Oh, Berg. There we go. Okay. Give me the Berg. Walked into the pharmacy, no appointment, waited 10 minutes and they were free. Oh. It's just this garbage province. It's like, no, yeah, you need to pay. I don't want to talk about my garbage province much on stream, but they're trying to privatize healthcare here. They want to privatize healthcare. Like, please don't. Please don't. I like actually being able to get treatment for things. But this province is very much like, well, if you're not, like, in oil and gas, old, straight, white kind of, rip. Then, well, too bad for you. Yeah, that's not bad. If not playing in a while, I'll take it. Okay. Do I want to try again? I'm going to try one more run. It's kind of nice just chatting. Goodness, you've trained your body well, for the most part, except for the fact that it won't release blood when you tell it to. Nope. It is both an impressive machine and a stubborn sack of flesh. A stubborn sack of fleshy machine. Eh. Do 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 do. I was about to ask chat, can I share something completely unrelated to this physiology discussion? And I thought, it's my stream, of course I can. But I'm still going to preface it by saying this is an odd tangent. But I was thinking about stuff I wanted to share with the stream. And I mean, it's not even really related to this, but as I've mentioned a lot in the past, I like to watch the show Game Center CX, both because I have an interest in retro games and because it's very useful for my Japanese language learning journey. And the other week, I saw an episode with the Sega CD game Night Trap, which I'd never seen before. Now, I don't know if you are, you collectively in chat are familiar with the game Night Trap, but it's a rather infamous game when it came out because of the controversy surrounding it. It's, I believe, one of the games that was, or rather resulted in the creation of the ESRB. That said, it's actually like extremely tame. You know, one of those like moral panics without actually knowing the content of the game. But anyway, if you're not familiar with it, broadly it's like a game with full motion video, with all the cheesy, goofy, like late 80s, early 90s caliber acting you could imagine. But when I watched it on Game Center CX, much to my surprise, Night Trap was dubbed into Japanese. I wasn't sure if it would be dubbed or just subtitled. But not only was it dubbed into Japanese, but the voice acting was really good. And I remember thinking to myself while watching it that, boy, the quality of these vocal performances far outstrips the quality of the acting that I am seeing on screen. And then I thought, you know, it's funny, this commander of the operation, this lieutenant, sounds a lot like Solid Snake. That's funny. Well, wait a minute. Is this actually Akio Otsuka, which is Solid Snake's Japanese voice actor? And then I looked, and yes, it was. And then I realized, looking into it, that almost the whole cast of Night Trap in the Japanese dub are like very well-known, renowned voice actors. Like Kikuko Inoue and Akira Ishida, and Akio Otsuka. So no wonder it sounded a lot better than the acting looked. Anyway, that was all. That was my weird tangent. I don't know if other people would appreciate maybe the oddity, the dissonance, the cognitive dissonance of seeing such a thing. No, didn't touch on the American controversy at all. None of that, which I'm not surprised. I feel like that sort of thing might not have any familiarity, or rather Japanese audiences might not have any familiarity with it. Hang on, try not to get beans by this mulleted tennis ball again. Oh, yeah, there we go, there we go. Now we're talking. Is this a Scott Pilgrim situation where this is before they got big, or did they get big actors for freaking Night Trap? They got big actors for freaking Night Trap. That's why it was weird. Why does this sound so good? Why does everyone sound so competent? What do you mean that's Akio Otsuka? I wish I were a bard. If you're familiar with that old chestnut, that's him. So I'm reading this chat message late after my little Night Trap rambling. But I also like how set everything in this game is in Kit Club. Just deterministic? Is that the word I want? Like, it's a very consistent pattern, sort of on the arcade games it's based off of, like something like old Bubble Bobble. Where's my ball? Oh, it's falling for it. Oh, shot put. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just don't hit me with a shot put ball. It's fine. That would, I think, kill me pretty good. I feel like a shot put ball to the head doing the same amount of damage as lightly bumping into one of these track runners. A little disproportionate. Yeah, it was kind of odd seeing Night Trap presented without any of the notoriety. It's just very matter-of-fact, like, here's the game, here's how you play it. I'd never actually seen it played before. I'd read about it, but I'd never seen it. And I was a little curious because of, the controversy surrounding it, but again, it's extremely tame. Like, there's no gore. There's vampires, but there's no blood. At least not that they showed. Maybe there's worse things that they didn't show on air, but I feel probably not. It was extremely goofy, extremely tame, and Akio Otsuka was there. Yeah, Night Trap has vampires. Don't worry, they're not like normal air quotes vampires, like the Dracula sort of. I don't think I could explain it in a concise way, plus only having seen, bits and pieces of the game, rather than the whole unbroken narrative. I feel like playing through it would get really irritating, because you just have to see the same scenes over and over and over again until you get them just right. If you don't capture enough bad guys, then you fail, and you have to restart the whole thing again. And I would go crazy having to rewatch the same scenes. Yeah, super tame, and yet looks like a nightmare to actually try and play. But there is something kind of charming about FMV games. They're not my thing, but, you tried. Night Trap also has a random factor, so you can't just coast your way through the game. The trap bit So if you've never seen Night Trap, to basically explain the gameplay, you're um, in charge of security during a party that's happening at a house. I mean, there's more stuff going on, but you're watching the occupants of the house through multiple camera feeds, and you have to trap bad guys that try and break into the house, who are all like wearing these all black outfits and are just sort of shimmying around in like the goofiest, most cartoony way possible. But you activate traps whenever they're in the correct spot. But in order to activate traps, you have to have an access code that's a certain color. And the access code will change at certain points throughout the game. And to find out what the access code is, you have to overhear other characters say it, and it's randomized. So you can't just blindly play through the game the same way every time. He got me with sports drink. The Haterade. The Goof Ninjas. That's what they're Goof Ninjas. I don't know how else to describe them. That's very accurate. They're wearing like all black, like the Americanized versions of ninjas, but they're just, I was gonna say their walk cycle. Can you say a real person has a walk cycle? Their walk cycle's very silly. And I know, right? To think people thought the Sega CD was the future of gaming, but you couldn't know, right? And I'm sure whenever a company is trying to promote their new hotness, their new tech, of course they want it to be the future of gaming. Maybe we as a society just weren't ready for the Sega CD. We weren't ready for Snatcher. Again, my favorite game I've never played. Always wild when games got a code, but it's the same every one. You gotta randomize those guys. Make the speedrunners sweat it out. Make them engage with the game. I do remember a game, oh gosh, what was it called? It was an old, pointy-clicky, like a freeware horror game. Oh, what was it called? You were on an abandoned space station. The main character, the art for the game is extremely Yu-Gi-Oh inspired. You'd know what I mean if you saw it. It looks like Yu-Gi-Oh. And the main character, I forget her name, but she had purple hair. And I think was supposed to be a scientist on the ship or something. Maybe? Didn't look like it. It's been a while. But there's a code that you get in that game. And it's not randomized, but if you input the code before you're actually supposed to know it, you get a little bonus scare. Which I think is pretty cool. Oh yeah, I heard about that. A lot of Sega Channel stuff was recently, unlost, for lack of a better word, which is so cool. I remember actually a kid I knew a million years ago, I think had like that whole hookup. I never got to try it though. This was different than the kid I knew who had a Genesis growing up, who was kind of a jerk. This other kid was fairly nice. Come on. There we go. You know what? Random question for folks in chat. Do you know how to ice skate? Or just skate, I guess. Roller skates, inline skates, whatever. Do you know how? Oh, not like that. Don't do it like that. I have not in a hot minute, but I can. I kind of miss it. It's been so long. But I can both roller and ice skate. For whatever reason, I never trusted inline skates, like rollerblades. Even though I can ice skate fine. And the blades are thinner. But for some reason, I always preferred roller skates. Only inline skate. Roller skates are the butt obliterators. You're not wrong. Back in elementary school, for like a week during the year, we would have a guy come from a local roller rink, which sadly is not around anymore. Heartbreaking. and with all the skates, and we would do skating for gym class. It was awesome. And they would teach us, you know, different maneuvers and different ways to stop. And the one I remember most was what they called a hockey stop. Very appropriate considering the backgrounds. A hockey stop being what you'll see like NHL players do to come to a sudden stop, where they'll abruptly turn both skates like 45 degrees in one direction, like at a right angle, to abruptly come to a stop. But, you know, you got to do it right, especially if you're a small uncoordinated child. And I remember to teach us how to do different stops on commands. They would do a thing where they would have us all skate around to music, but then abruptly they would cut the music, and the instructor would say a certain kind of stop we'd have to do. And I remember him yelling hockey stop, and you would hear thud, 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 thud as several kids inevitably fell over. No serious injuries. We'd always wear helmets, but it hurt. Yeah, it was very much like musical chairs, but musical skates, really. Every time I hear the Ghostbusters theme song, I think of roller skating, because that was everyone's favorite song to skate to. When people could request music, they'd always want the Ghostbusters theme. You know what? It is fun to skate to. I can't explain it, but it is. Do I have to kill the goalie? Or the goal? Probably the goalie, I guess. Oh! Nope. I'll just float away. Not Canadian enough. It was pretty good, though. Didn't beat my high score, but got pretty close. I'm reading chat real quick. Skating is doing, or highest you could go before doing skating is competitions. Dang. Wow. Tried when you were a child, couldn't handle it, never tried again. That's valid. Every time your school took you skating, either roller or ice, you had to learn to skate and was decent by the end. Then you didn't do it for like a year and you had to learn it all over again. Aw, that's a drag. You miss out on that because of COVID? Tried to stop in roller skates that way with muscle memory, ended up eating the ground. Oh no. It's hard to do in roller skates. It's probably easier in ice skates or inline skates, but I would always use the roller skates. Hang on, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Goalie, the bully, made me a moly because I'm underground. Because I'm dead. I see. Oh, and posture check, thank you. Don't eat the ground, I don't know where it's been. Some coworkers were telling me earlier, we were talking about snow, and one of them was saying, or a couple of them were saying, oh yeah, on TikTok, people are posting videos of them like taking big scoops of snow from the ground outside and like pouring cola or something on it and eating it, and we're all like, no, what are you doing? Oh hey, it's Porgy. It's the demo of Porgy, a game I've not shown off on stream, but I love Porgy. Imagine a Metroidvania that hurts you. That's what Porgy is. I love Porgy. I love Porgy. Porgy is great. Okay, if you play UFO 50, Porgy. Metroidvania that hurts you in a good way. I also really like Divers, but Divers might be more polarizing. You know, do you want to see Divers really quick? Oh, I've chaired it, as you can see. I'm not going to start a new game. But just, when I say Divers is polarizing, I'll show you what I mean. Level 16. I look at all that muns I got in the bank. This store. Just so you can look at the cute little shopkeeper. Hear the music. I don't need all this stuff. I'm good. And then we can see our characters. Their names are Dylan, Orlock, and Time. They're all lizard bros. I like that all their names are very different. It's like alien name, herb name, regular guy name. When I say Divers is polarizing, I mean magnetically. Oh yes. Now, the reason I say divers is polarizing, or at least that my assumption is that so this is your map. You swim in the darkness. There's no map. You will never get a map. You will never get any more light than this. And you just have to learn where everything is. There's a whole wide ocean to explore. There's secrets to find. There's special places you gotta go. There are enemies that will kick your ass until you get strong enough to not let them kick your ass. The encounters are visible, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna hit this thing. Yeah, 1,000 damage to an urchin. I think we're good. This is very Mori coded, isn't it? Oh, I got get egg. I don't know what that is. But I really enjoyed divers. Slowly making progress. A lot of the time you would make some progress towards an objective or an area or finding something, and then would have to hastily make it a retreat back to heal. So it's sort of, you gain resources, you make a little progress, slowly you chip away at it, you gain more resources, you make more progress, you learn. It's a very sort of, I guess, methodical game. And I was obsessed with this game when I played through it. Like, I'd be at work thinking I want to play divers. I know it's probably a common joke of how distracted I get while streaming and how I have difficulty navigating in some games because I get turned around. I never had difficulty navigating in divers, even though it's pitch black and you can't see anything immediately around you, and there's no map. I didn't draw a map, I just memorized where everything was. And the rest music is so melancholy. But you should play divers. I like it a lot. Porgy is a lot like divers as well. I can show Porgy really quick. But you can see where you're going. Don't worry about all the stuff I have. I have fish. So I have 100% of this game. I love Porgy. So Porgy is like a divers, but maybe less intimidating, because you can see what you're doing. There's music. You're a cute little sub. Am I a fan of the dark abyss of the sea? Maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why I have so many dreams about swimming. Even though I've not gotten to go swimming in years. I miss it. The enemies are so strong in this. You want to explore, but you can only go 1 inch before the enemy fights use up all your stats. And divers? That is the thing with divers, is that you really gotta plod your way through, because if you're not careful, it's very easy to die. I guess it's kind of like maybe Dragon Quest in a sense that if you wander a little too far, too quickly, you'll die pretty fast. There's definitely some enemies that you learn to avoid. Like piranhas, for instance. Don't let the piranhas catch you. They will shred you real fast. Water just seems so appealing and foreign to me. It does. Living landlocked. Here's my other base. I could go down to the depths of Porgy. Because I've gotten everything, I don't really have anything fun to show you. I could go all the way to the depths. But I just kind of wanted to let you see the music, hear the music, see the game a little. Ooh. Now, Porgy, kind of like divers, is about exploration and resource management in tandem. Rather than managing your party members' health, because if everybody perishes in divers, you get kicked back to the start. You don't lose your progress, don't worry. Oh, here's a mermaid. Isn't she beautiful? All of her eggs got carried away by unkind currents and fiendish fishes, but I've returned them all, so it's fine. She's beautiful. Porgy is also about that, also about resource management as you explore. But with Porgy, it's about managing your fuel, which you can see on the left. I have a lot of fuel, because I have both collected all the fuel tanks and I have an upgrade that makes my fuel last longer. But normally, managing your fuel is a lot more precarious because you start with very little. And fuel doesn't just determine how far you can travel, but fuel also determines your health. Because let me just bonk into something here. Yeah, so taking damage also will cost you fuel. And if you, well, you don't die, but if you run out of fuel, boy, if I try and do this on purpose by bonking into those, it's going to take forever. If you run out of fuel, you drop anything you're carrying, and you get kicked back to your base. But you don't, like, permanently lose progress or anything. So that's nice. It's, ow, croissant. The layout vaguely reminds you of Mega Man. I can see it. Something about the palette as well. Croissant. Croissant. Hello, little hermit crab. Croissant. Can I kill myself quickly? Bonking into these? Yeah. I don't know if I want to go all the way down, because I feel like if I were to go all the way down, I think more fun if you see it for yourself. Plus I have my light equipped. I mean, of course you can go into the depths. Down here. Hi. Yeah. I'm gonna leave. You only get that. That's all you get. Your little taste. But the other thing I want to show off in Porgy, and why I'm bonking into things, is I just like the screen when you die, you blow up. If you play Porgy, it will happen a lot. A lot. And don't worry about it. I just like the look on this submarine's face. It looks like Garfield. That's all. I just wanted you to see that face. It looking peeved. Ugh, this again, Mondays, I tell you what. Anyway, Porgy's great. You should play Porgy. Yeah, I do. You know, I'm gonna play Caramel. I will. Maybe after Caramel. But you should play Porgy. Hopefully you'll be better at Porgy than I am at Caramel. Oh, that's my photo button. Whoops. Gotta remember to play this. Da 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 da. Yep, a shmup. I'm not great at shmups. Perhaps because I'm not patient, and the memorization and everything. Not my favorite thing to do. But the music in this is just so good. Da, 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 da. Don't get squished. Oh, what did I hit? I don't know what I bonked into. Oh well. Maybe a bullet from one of these things. I tend to space out sometimes and just bonk into projectiles. I don't think I've gotten past the boss of this on stream. I've done it solo, but on stream I don't think I have. Oh, careful. Can I kill it? Yeah, oh, oops. Oh, hey, I got a 1-up for it, hooray. But I mean, if I die, I'm still gonna start at the very beginning of the stage with all my points gone, so what does a 1-up do for me in this situation, really? If I make it to stage 2. But I've lost even my pity hit. I love that I can hit the walls, though, and not die. I didn't realize that for quite a while playing this game. What is that, a you? A you? Huh. Because I was so accustomed to games like, well, I say accustomed, more like expecting it to be like a game like Gradius, where if you brush against the wall, you perish. Heg. Egg. Do not bounce after me, egg. Wretched egg. Oh, scared. I did it! Oh, finally! Woo! Yahoo! What do you mean, what reminds you of what? Never beaten the cookie. Well, there you go. I beat cookie, I beat egg. There's your balanced breakfast. Cookie, egg. Crystals are magnetized to you when you stop firing. Oh. This game reminds you of Mega Man every 3 seconds. No, that's good. You should speak your truth. Which Mega Man? A specific one or just generally? Oh, you get to hear more music. God, UFO 50 has such a great soundtrack. Like, dang. I keep forgetting about my camera. Like, wow, the central mechanic of this game. No, it came from the clouds. It came from the clouds. Agony. Why would you do that? It's so mean. Let me live my life. Oh, I see. Okay, you can see at the bottom before they burst out. I did not notice that the last time. Whoops. Oh, sweet, sweet victory. Sweet one up. Same thing. God, thank God there's auto fire. I don't know how people did it back in the day when a lot of shmups did not have auto fire, where you just hold the button down and you had to actively mash. Awful. How many gamers have hecked up their fingers by playing shmups where they had to mash? Oh boy. Oh geez, it's like Toho in here all of a sudden. I know things like RSI injuries are common for a lot of speedrunners because of all the mashing required. Oh yeah, the cylindrical things definitely reminded me of the I don't remember what they're called in Mega Man, but those cylindrical things that continue to spawn, extremely irritating. Usually around the disappearing vroop, vroop, vroop platforms. I hear some good, like, smug jazz. You know what? Ghosts and smug jazz go beautifully together. I can't explain it. But I'm right. You know I'm right. Na 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 na. Whoa. Ow. I've only ever seen this stage once before. I made it to it once. Okay. Whoa, oh, Scarfy. Foolish. Oop, no you don't, no you don't. Oop. Nice. Da-da-da-da. Sweet, sweet points. Maybe I'll even get another one up. Maybe I'll even live. Ah, wouldn't that be nice? Oh, nice one up. Wow, wow. My stubborn nature pays off, kind of. Please don't bonk in anything. Please don't bonk in anything. Please don't bonk in anything. Oh, oh, oh. No, that was gonna heal me. Oh. Oh yeah, no, I'm controlling the photo frame. So that's sort of the central gimmick of Caramel Caramel, is that you have a camera. If you look in the top left, that white bar is the charge of my camera. So once it's all fully charged, I can take a photo and freeze enemies in place, and also there's certain other effects it can have depending on where you use it. Oh man, tennis ball. I didn't cherry warp tank. I'd have to go back and find all the secret coffees. I guess it's one of those things I'd like to, but I need to stop being too tired. Story of my life. What I need, I think, is some sort of project over the new year. Although I had more days off in a row last year for the new year. But last year, between Christmas and New Year's, I played through Lorelei and the Laser Eyes on the Switch. Would recommend, by the way, if you like puzzle games. That was a fun one to piece through. But I feel like I need something else. I need another puzzle or something. I mean, the Steam winter sale is on, but every time a big Steam sale is on, I think, well, maybe I'll treat myself to one game. But I don't know what. Oh boy. Because I don't want to, just buy something and have it sit in my library. I'd rather it be something I know I'm gonna get to right away, but I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Okay, don't bonk. Don't bonk. Don't bonk. Don't bonk. Don't. I was already healthy, but I didn't want to bonk. Oh, what are you? You look like you're suffering. I mean, me too, man. Me too. Oh, there's an F. Okay. Does it spell UFO? Is that what's going on? Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Dang, this music is really good. I mean, of course it's good. It's UFO 50 music, but dang. But this difficulty of this game is also probably, compared to a lot of shmups, fairly tame. I played actually a little bit of Gradius on the NES the other day. Oh, what is the boss? I don't know. Hang on. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Ghost? Oh, look at them. Cute. I shouldn't get so close. They might, shoot missiles at me. Oh, what the heck? Okay, they're... Oh, no! Oh. No! No, that was good, though. Well, not my high score. Dang. You hear if you use the camera in the right spot, photorealistic eyes will stare back at you accusingly. They better. Where's my creepypasta? That was pretty good, honestly. For me, Who doesn't play shmups? But UFO 50 has helped me branch into unfamiliar genres like Fist Hell. Beating Fist Hell on stream was cool, as I'd barely played a beat 'em up before. I'm gonna do a little stretch, and drink some water, and then I'm staring at it. I kind of want to. It's been a while. I don't even know what I'd want to do if I just want to play through it casually. If I want to try and get the cherry, I don't know. Maybe I'll do what I did the other week and just get as many onion tamanegi as I feel like. Hang on, big stretch. I am holding my arms behind my back, and I'm holding the blanket that I usually have wrapped around my shoulders up with my arms, so I'm stretching out my arms and shoulders that way. Ugh. Ouch. I mean, you could do the same thing with the towel too, but I have my blanket here. Ugh. I'm reading. What about the company's profits? Yes, renting a game to try it without the commitment. Can you imagine doing such a thing, getting to rent a game for a little bit? I wish rentals were a thing. I know some libraries will do it, but I mean for modern games, especially because they're so expensive. I'd love to play Bonanza someday. Someday. Anywho, alright. Oh, it's a demo. Oh, this is Vanger. I've not shown off Vanger. While I sip of water, you can watch the demo. This is very Metroid, if you're wondering what Vanger is like. It's very Metroid, but also there's an anti-gravity mechanic. I guess you could think about VVVVVV. But that's also a little reductive. Oh, and here's Rock on Island. Rock on Island is a tower defense game, which, you know what, isn't my genre, but I like the Rock on Island a lot more than I thought I would. Haven't quite beaten it, though. Haven't beaten the last level. Whatever. Tamanegi. Steam does refunds, yeah, but I don't want to... I'd feel bad refunding a game. Even if I didn't like it. There was a game I played a while ago. And I'm not going to name what it is because it's a small indie game. It was like a kinetic novel. And I played the demo during a Steam Next Fest. And I thought the demo was cool. Like the narrative it presented was intriguing. And I wanted to see more of it. I need to go south there. What am I doing? So I wound up getting the full game, but the narrative in the full game wound up being such a nothing burger, where they did nothing and resolved no plot threads, and it wound up becoming like, I'm not going to say like one of those cozy stories where nothing really happens, but basically, and it made me so irritated that, well, I hid the game from my Steam library so I didn't have to look at it because it made me so mad. But I didn't want to, I feel, I don't want to throw an indie dev under the bus. Like I was kind of torn in my heart. I almost want to write a review of this game to say to people who are looking into it, if they too were intrigued by the narrative hooks that were present in the demo version. Perhaps I should write a warning to say this narrative is absolutely toothless. It will go nowhere. You will receive zero resolution. The game will just forget what it was trying to do with any of these characters. Can I jump this gap? Let's find out. Nope, not that way. Oh no! Oh, you know what, let me reset. Oh, since I just hacked that in day one. And yeah, that's the thing with Steam refunds, is that it has to be within 2 weeks and only within a 2-hour play window, which makes sense. Because I'm sure people would otherwise abuse that system, and they do. Things like, especially like little indie games or experimental games that don't take a long time to beat, people will sometimes just refund them. Even if they've fully beaten the game and enjoyed it, Um, just because, I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong road. I'm distracted. It just seems cruel, I guess, to a little indie dev, you know, when every sale really matters. And that's why I was torn on, needed to go up there. Torn on the thought of writing a review for this game that let me down so bad. But I thought, I don't want to throw an indie dev under the bus. Maybe their next title will be better. I don't know. Maybe they'll learn. Although out of curiosity, and I'm probably driving you crazy listening to this, but not saying what the game is. I don't think you would have heard of it. It was a little kinetic novel I found during a Steam Next Fest. Oh god, I'm going into the weird part of the map. No, this is fine. This is fine. Sans Undertale is right south of me. This is not the right road. I need to go here. But out of curiosity, because it bothered me so much, and it was such a nothing burger. I remember looking on Steam and the itch.io page for the game, wondering, did anyone else feel like this story was a nothing burger, or like, did I miss something maybe? Because I had to know. But all the reviews were singing its praises and how much they love the characters and the writing, and talking about speculating. Like, oh, we love speculating about what's going on in the narrative. I'm like, okay, look, there's a difference between speculating about what's going on in a greater narrative when it gives you enough details to extrapolate, and just spectating or speculating when there's nothing there. I could have gone to cheap storage. Where you have 20 seconds left, you have a cheap storage is right here. It's fine. There. I'm just gonna commit a little vehicular manslaughter. There we go. But anyway, all the reviews were just singing its praises, except one. There was one review that echoed my sentiments, and also baffled at every other review singing its praises, saying, oh, we love the implications, like there's nothing there, there's nothing to work with. What are you talking about? I want to go this way to the meats, to Ephraim Meats. So shout out to that one other itch.io reviewer who stopped me from feeling like I was losing my mind. Has that ever happened to any of you? Wow, slime. Like, it doesn't have to be a game, but a book or a movie where your impression of it just feels completely different than what everyone else seemed to get out of it, and you feel like, did we read the same story? Did we watch the same movie? Experience the same piece of media? There's a book I read a few years ago. I'd gone to an indie bookstore when I was visiting the States a few years ago. That's not gonna happen again for a while. I'm a little sad now. I am not going the right way. I'm not going the right way. You know what, this is a bad idea. Neptune parking is really annoying to get to. I could if I go to Onion Academy and then I go south here. So I'm trying to think about what I'm talking about, but I'm also trying to route. I think I want this road for Neptune parking. There was a book I got at an indie bookstore. Boy, I almost fell in the drink because of the slime. I should just go home. What am I doing? It's the slime. The slime is awful. Hang on, let me focus on where I'm going. North. This way. This way. There we go. And I read this book. It was called, I believe it was called The Watchmaker of Filigree Street. And the summary made it sound like my kind of thing where, okay, it's like Victorian London. There's, it's not high fantasy, but there's elements of the fantastic. This is an intriguing concept, sure. And it was such a nothing burger. Like, nothing of note happens. The characters were nothing. they set up like a romance unexpectedly, but the characters had no chemistry between, like there was nothing. And again, I looked on Goodreads to think, was I missing something? Did anyone else feel like disappointed and irritated after they read this book because nothing happens? But no, Goodreads, everybody's singing its praises, saying how wonderful it was, how sweet the central relationship was. And I thought, am I losing my mind? Except for, again, like a singular Goodreads reviewer being like, what are you all talking about? Nothing happens. There's no stakes. This is, no, don't go this way. This way's bad. I want to go this way. Big Machines is, no, this is the parking lot that, oh, I've died in that parking lot because of that onion baby before. Big Machines is here. Onion baby, please. Onion baby, please. Oh, the clumps is right here. How nice. Onion baby. No, but that wasn't even the onion baby. That was my fault. But onion baby. Onion baby. Onion baby. Onion baby. I'm missing a lot of chat because I'm understandably trying not to perish. But I'll get to you between levels. If you will excuse me briefly. Pardon my rudeness. Onion baby. Grass slippery. Let's go home. Let's go home. I'm not counting how many onions I've acquired, by the way. I'm gonna let my score at the end be a surprise. Hang on, let me read chat a little. I'm just gonna pause so it doesn't auto start. The movie Black Swan had stellar reviews and you hated it. Oh, I've never seen it, but I know of it, what it's about. Like its general reputation. Is a former cynical asshole who loved anime. You feel it constantly. Oh man, when like the big popular stuff, and you try watching it to see what speaks to other people about it, and it's not for you at all, and you feel like you're losing your mind. Maury the taxi driver, while you're all discussing 10 topics. Keep it down back there. Interstellar. That's how you feel whenever you see praise heaped on Chrono Cross. Yeah, I've heard Chrono Cross was a tough pill to swallow for people who wanted more Chrono Trigger. I've not played Chrono Cross. I played Chrono Trigger. But I've heard that Chrono Cross is divisive and doesn't work great as a sequel to Chrono Trigger. But the music's good. It's still Yasunori Mitsuda, I think. Oh man, no, don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. But I want to see what disappointing media people are talking about, things that have let them down. In a way, it kind of breaks my heart in a singular fashion. Hang on, I want to actually approach from this way to get the time box. When you encounter a body of work that has potential, that there's something in there that speaks to you, but the execution isn't there. It just feels like a wasted potential, or like I wish I could save you and put you in a different story, you know, this character or this concept or whatever. Oh, Kylar Projects is this way. I have to go back up and around. I forget if I have to go one more street north, or no, it's here. Whoa. I just spun out on something. Sorry. Oops, sorry. Nope, not there. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, this place sucks. I don't like this part of the map. Okay. I hate making that jump. It's scary. Can I get this balloon without exploding? Yeah. This is not safe driving. Is any of this safe driving? No, but it wouldn't be fun otherwise. juicery is up here. Enforcer HQ. There's a lot of balloons on the way, though. Maury, I don't think you should do it. I think you should go home. Okay. I'm intrigued about your strong feelings about Chrono Cross. A big one in particular was Your Lie in April. Shigatsu no Usoda? Yeah, I remember hearing a lot of high praise for that one. Boy, I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Whoa. Oh boy, the rain. The rain, the rain, the rain. I can't look at the anime discussion because I need to drive in the rain. Oh, smell? If you're new to the Onion game or haven't seen me play the Onion game, the rain is the worst modifier by far. The slime one's also pretty bad. The second one we saw, but this one's the worst. Sometimes there's just a puddle in front of you. Why? Because heck you, that's why. And yet, a tiny part of me feels a pang of jealousy because it basically never rains here, where I live. It's been so long since I've gotten to enjoy the sound of rain. Well, naturally. I listen to rain sounds to help fall asleep sometimes. But actually just hearing the rain pitter-patter in my windows, it's a rare treat. Where am I? Wow. Wow. Whenever I would try and get the cherry in this game, on rainy days, you get your onions delivered and then just leave. Don't do it. You think, oh, I could get one more. No, that's the devil talking. Oh. It's fine. Everything is good. We are going home. In fact, I could also stop at Cheap Storage on my way. I went past it. It's in here. And now we just carefully go home. Well, hello and welcome. You're just in time for me, well, I was gonna say falling into insanity yet again, but I don't know if it's insanity anymore. There's a beloved game that comes to mind that you really don't like that shall remain nameless. I feel like I have a sense for what it is. I know there's a beloved game that a lot of people really don't like. Well, that's okay. The only time I feel bothered is when people cast aspersions on those that do like it. That's what rankles me. I think it's good and healthy to know when something isn't for you. Some people see that as like a moral thing. Like, oh, you don't like this thing? Well, how could you not like it? You're bad. How could you not? But as long as people don't rag on you for liking or not liking something, that's what gets on my nerves. It's very grade school. Like, oh, you like this? That's for babies. Don't shoot me, please. I'm a baby. Do not shoot. Whoosh. Central storage. That one's annoying. A weird feeling with Doom the Dark Ages. How so? I'm loving people telling me what let them down. Give me your tea. Especially because I'm grateful for my Twitch chat in many ways, but one reason is that people tend to be fairly constructive about the things they talk about. Rather than, I don't like this thing, and if you like this thing, you're bad and you should feel bad, etc. I'm gonna... Neptune parking. Why put all those cars there? I can't get through there without getting hit by all those cars, man. Balloon? Balloon? Oh, well, it was okay. Fine. Didn't need it anyway. There we go. I didn't... I didn't need it, but it was the principle that mattered. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna speed for a little bit and get my health back. Okay, okay. Let's see, Corton Heights. Oh, no, I wanted that balloon. Yeah, okay. I did it. And then I missed Corton Heights. What am I doing? I got so fixated on the balloon, and I've basically wasted all the time I've gained. Oh, Locker B's not far, but I'm also almost out of time. There we go. Okay. Are you sweating it out a little bit? Well, now I am, after bonking into things. The bakery's right there, but... They call this UFO 50 because it takes 50 UFOs to stop the onions from being delivered. I think that's valid, like, if you don't feel as into it as the other games. Sometimes it's just, oh, this isn't where I want to go. It's just missing a certain something. I wish I could be more articulate, but I need to drive to Sans Undertale. There he is. There he is. If you're wondering why I say Sans Undertale, that's why. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. And of course you send me to Neptune parking. Great, good. I shouldn't have gone this way. I always detour by the church and I hate it when I do it. Oh, I need to go here, here. Sloppy driving. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait, no, I was thinking Efren Meets. No, Neptune parking. Silly. Neptune parking is... Oh no! Oh great, where am I? I'm north of it. Oh, 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 oh boy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. Ha 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 ha! I live temporarily. Ha 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 ha! Clinging to life desperately. Yes. Oh. I got the onions in my blood. How much of this game have I played? God. I'm a little horrified. I mean, not horrified enough to stop. I should have kept going that way, actually. Oh well. It's fine, I can go this way. I think you could just go home, Maury. It's okay. You don't have to... Oh, wait. Oh, wrong way. You'd think I'd have this whole map, like, memorized by now. I don't. If I maybe, like, pulled up a map of just the whole game world and stared at it for a while. Oh, no, back. Oh no, did I just drove in the Neptune parking. I don't want to be here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I'm near Efren Meets, but I think what I need to do is just... There's a balloon down here. If I can get to it in time. Okay. Is that going to be enough time? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's enough time. What did I score? I wasn't counting. Wahoo. 51. There we go. Wow. That's the cherry. Dang, I could just do this casually now. What's wrong with me? Jeez. And now Woogie gets his vacation. God, I wish that were me. Ugh. It's a nice ending screen, though, isn't it? I like the palette. I like that Woogie gets to chill. Thank you. Boy, I've played so much of that game. I don't know if watching really gives you a picture of what it's like to control. Because these are all the controls you get. You accelerate and you brake and reverse. That's it. That's it. But, you know, briefly, let me give you a little tour of how the onion car steers, okay? I'm not gonna play for real. So A is accelerate, which makes you go forward, just forward. So it's based on where the car is facing. B makes you go back. You can drive in reverse if you want, I guess. But now when you're steering, you use left and right to steer, as the car steers based on the direction it's facing. So if I'm driving this way and I press right, I'm pressing right in the D-pad, makes me turn right and explode. So it's all relative to where the car is. So it's not like you press down to go down. If I want to go down, I have to press right and then turn, and the car doesn't turn right away. It's got physics. So I don't know if watching me really captures what it's like to steer this wretched yellow beast. And also you can do these quick snappy turns if you hold down B and A like that. Do these quick 180s. Very handy to learn. Grass is also very slippery, and you turn a lot sharper on grass. It's the Steer Star. It is, honestly, maybe that's why I'm good at this game, because I played so much Top Ride with the Steer Star. I can do it. The Onion Star. You can drive in reverse if you want. In before Mori grows so powerful that she can carry this game while only reversing. I don't know if you could go fast enough while reversing, maybe. It's a little slippery. It's very slippery. Okay, what time is it? Golly, I've been going longer than I thought for someone who's been feeling so dead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some Lords of Disconia. Now, I've barely touched this game. As you can see, I've only gotten to Scenario 2. Kind of neglected it. I'm sorry, Lords of Disconia, in the corner. But I've never shown it off on stream, so I'll share it now. War has come to the land of discs, and the red and blue armies are on a collision course. So there's a battle screen and a map screen. I've not played a lot of it, as you can see. In creating the design, director Casey Levin was inspired by Karam, a tabletop game from India, which is a real game. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's a real game. You're going to Party House. Oh, yeah. Party House is great. It's going to do new game. This will overrate. That's fine. I wasn't doing much in it. Let's do story. I don't know how much story there really is. A missive from a disc bird. A frisbee. Have a good snooze. Godspeed with your Christmas Eve shift. Oh, God, I have to work tomorrow, too. Your queen demands your help. Blue raiders are harassing a key mountain pass and must be dealt with. Prove yourself, and more important tasks await. Now I have to remember how to play this. Found a cache of 5 golds. Then my opponent moves. And they filled their pockets with rats. And an ogre and a knight. It says they hired the rat, but I feel like maybe the rats just came along for the ride. I may hire discs at the tavern. Okay. Let's get some knights and some rattos. What if I spend all my gold? Does it matter? Another knight. I'm gonna overwhelm them with numbers. They use the gold to pay for cheese, then use the cheese to lure the rat. But how do they lure the cheese? I guess with gold. Okay. Now, I don't have free selection of all of my units. I can only pick one of these 3. You can see at the bottom. These are the only ones I'm allowed to move for my turn. I don't know how that's determined. And then let's see, I can scroll. So here's the opposition. The pink pips are their health. Each unit type has, obviously, as you can see, different health and different abilities. I think the ogre can stun, but I don't remember the rest. I guess we'll figure it out. Okay. And now it's like playing like billiards or air hockey. Let's see if I can maybe do like a little bank shot and get a Ratto. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Rat destruction. Okay, and I guess that ogre just got healthier. Fine. I don't know. Do these fountains heal? I guess I could find out. Maybe move one of my knights, bonk into it, see what happens. If I get extra health. I do get extra health. And good for me to get this rather than the opposition. Yeah, prayer circle for those of us working on Crisis Eve. For anyone who has to deal with the general public at this time of year. Good luck, Godspeed to us all. I mean, it'll be nice when the holidays are over and I'll be a little, I'll be a little less dead during my shifts at work. Or, sorry, dead because of my shifts at work. Boy, this Ratto is wreaking havoc. Go, Ratto, go. Whoop. Oh no, my knight. You broke my knight. Woe, rat be upon ye. Oh, you're so BV. You work in the back room, you never face customers. Ugh, outrageous. I'm jealous. I like the rare opportunities at my work where I don't... rude. I don't have to talk to people. Mori, why are you in that industry? Why are you a barista if you don't want to talk to people? Well, one of the reasons I actually applied for the job of being a barista to begin with is because I was so painfully shy dealing with strangers that it was kind of debilitating. And yes, that probably sounds surprising coming from the person who is streaming right now. I'm still pretty shy when it comes to talking to people, especially if I don't know them very well. I think I worry too much about... I want everyone to feel welcomed and invited and like they're participating, I guess. So I worry too much about my manners when I'm talking to people. And if I don't know them and I don't know how to talk to a person, that's stressful. But anyway, I took that job so I would learn. And it helped a lot. Oh, that didn't help. Not as debilitatingly shy anymore. I wouldn't say I like talking to randos, but I can do it. I've been told I have a great phone voice. I'm great on the phone. Great skill to have. I hate it. I push myself to improve and that job application is proof. Well, thank you. That's a very kind thing to say. That's what I'm going to take to heart, is that I wanted to improve myself. And I did, even though I hate it. I've met several other people who have worked as baristas, and they have all echoed the sentiment that it was the worst job they ever had. It was the most exhausting, the most demanding. People making, like, just a lot of frustrating demands and just treating you like you are somehow lesser. And it really burns you out after a while. And I think more so during the holiday season. My Ratto! Goodbye, Ratto. Goodbye, rat. Oh. Woe, plague be upon ye. shouldn't have knocked myself so far away. What I want to happen and why I'm doing the powerful shots is that I want to bounce off of the ogre, then off of this structure, and then back into the ogre, but I don't have enough power to do it. Make my coffee, worm! Although when I read that, I initially parsed it as sort of like Rita Repulsa's Make My Creature Grow. Except make my coffee worm! Like, make my coffee worms. I don't know, maybe it'll become a trend at some point, like how protein is trending right now. Every single coffee shop has to get in on those trends. I'm not going to win this match. I did not play very well. I might win, I guess. But this knight is a lot healthier than me. So they're probably going to take me out on their turn. Oh, don't end your turn in the fog. Pyramid Head's in there. Yep, it was nice knowing you all. Doing one round of this and seeing the BS shots the computer makes turns you off of continuing it. I run home to fetch reserves, but I'm broke. Oh, but I guess I have enough to hire. I got enough for 2 guys. Sorry, ogre. Oh, but they don't have more guys. I guess they could probably go back and get more guys, though. I should get some golds. They have a lot of golds. They can hire more guys. Ag. My guys. There's a way I can hit both this guy and the golds. Not really. Maybe if I... Man, I gotta practice. I haven't played enough Monkey Billiards in Super Monkey Ball 2, obviously. This one guy is running entirely on the high of surviving that battle. He's survived the Black Death. The Ratto Assault. I guess like every other game in UFO 50, I'll get a feel for it after I play a bunch of rounds. Like the Onion game, you know, you're not good at everything from the get-go. Goodbye, Knight. Healthy Ratto. You played enough Monkey Billiards, but it was entirely spent aiming the ball loosely and at max power. How else are you supposed to play? If there's another way to play Monkey Billiards, or if that's the wrong way to play Monkey Billiards, I don't want to know what's right. I mean, I would try to shoot properly, but did I always succeed? Yeah. Man, I should just kill this guy and not get money. But I want the money. But also, this guy is killing my guys. Stop killing my guys with your guy. Yay. Yeah, they have all this money. They're gonna hire so many guys. They're gonna fill their pockets with rats. Alright, let's go air hockey to the death. Remind you of how you played volleyball in PE class. All power at maximum every shot. Yeah, exactly. Just overwhelm your opponent with raw strength. I mean, it's how I play Pokemon. I wanted that. Oh, why do I keep knocking them into the money? Da-da-da-da. Do. Yeah, boy, I need some practice with this game. I'm getting beaten up by a single rat. A rat has inserted themselves between my units and is just wreaking havoc. Squeaking havoc! And I have not yet figured out how to do all these tricksy bank shots that the computer can. 90 degrees straight up full power. Rats destroyed Europe. Don't underestimate them. Oh, I'm not underestimating them. I respect and fear the Ratto's power. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, alright. Finally, a good shot. Where are you going? Okay. They're running back to their healing fountain, I guess. I want to try and get the golds. Rattos go really far. I gotta remember that. They can travel much further than my other units. That's another thing that I need to get the feel for playing this game, is just what you can accomplish with each individual unit. No. Not my barbarian. I don't know what they are. No. Geez, one rat causes a lot of problems in this game. Good. I don't think I could get far enough to get that healing spring as much as I would like it. Let's just get some more money. The rats plundered the wealth and corrupted laws. Good for them. Maybe we should let the rats just take everything. Plague was just one rat with an infinite Balatro build. That's why Balatro's so dangerous. Every time like a Steam sale rolls around, I think about it, but then I'm like, no, I know how I get with games like that, and I'm trying not to play games like that. Oh no, I'm gonna lose because of my Ratto. Oh, help. Man. Oh wait, I still have money. I can fill my pockets with rats are more expensive than knights. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that rats are more expensive than knights. Yeah, I could see this getting frustrating on higher levels with the computer. And their ability to aim, doing those sweet combos. Oh, and of course there's nothing for me. Well, there's that healing spring, but... Yay. The rats are Union. Man, I wish I was Union. Jeez. Oh, Steve, I wish I could bank off this thing and then hit that, but if this were Monkey Billiards, I could do it. I said the U word. I probably set off alarms. Better be cautious walking into work tomorrow. Uh-oh. They're gonna crack down. Which they've tried to do, by the way. We've had higher-ups come in and try and do the whole, hey, we're just here for a casual visit, for absolutely no reason. But, you know, out of curiosity, has anyone around here said the U word recently? No, we're just asking as friends here. You know, we don't want you to rat on your coworkers or anything, but, you know, if anyone has said the U word, you should tell us, you know, maybe. We'd appreciate that. Yeah, I am going to work tomorrow. Yes, I do work tomorrow. I do start work at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. But I do not work Christmas or Boxing Day, which I know is not a thing in other parts of the world. But December 26th is Boxing Day here, which it's just a sale day. Everything is on sale. But thank God we're not open on Boxing Day, because I don't want to be around people shopping for discounts after Christmas. If this was Monkey Billiards, I would make the disc bounce off every wall at 300 miles per hour and hit nothing and land in a pocket. I mean, if this were Monkey Billiards, it would bounce off the wall at 300 miles an hour and then hit nothing except for the 8-ball and then knock that in the pocket and I would lose. I've worked Boxing Day before. I wish I could bounce and get this guy twice. Oh, I almost knocked him in the healing fountain. But yeah, it's miserable. Pouring one out for everyone who has to be around the public just this week, next week. Burnout is real, but especially around Christmas. And you know, if you don't, oh good, if you don't participate in Christmas, like I don't really do Christmas, I guess. It's just, these days I don't really see the point. People think you're nuts. Because that's a lot of people's go-to for just casual small talk, is asking like, oh, have you finished your Christmas shopping? Are you ready for Christmas? Have you done all your wrapping? You got any plans for Christmas? Etc. Like, that's what everybody is asking me. And I don't know how to respond in a way that is both truthful but doesn't invite scorn or people going, what do you mean? Boxing Day doesn't have enough spontaneous boxing matches. Well, you haven't tried to go shopping. Jeez. Oh, greedy rat. Greedy rat. No, okay. The rat just wanted to taunt me with, look at this health that I could have, but I don't need it. Because I'm so powerful and you are not. I should have maybe tried the disc below me so I could do some rebounds, but whatever. You started just lying when people ask you what to do for work. It's easier to make something up than explain you don't follow the norm. I feel like that's a good idea. It's a good policy. My problem is I don't like lying to people because I feel guilty. Yet again, my mom would always joke I'd make a great Catholic because I have all the guilt. It's just not religious. My mom was raised Catholic, so she knows. But I don't like lying to people. Even for like to avoid awkward questions. I could do not telling the whole truth, the half-truths. But I don't want to lie to people. You've been to Black Friday morning before. You've seen the trenches. They're not boxing matches, they're MMA fights. You're right, they don't limit themselves to just their fists. Rat? Oh, man. Dang computers. See, now when Doris pointed it out, and I'm also aware of the computer's irritating prowess, how they aim. Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, emotionally, it's just easier in the long run. Like, there's just a lot of things that, like, when people ask what I do for hobbies or whatever, that I just kind of omit. Because I'm so used to getting people being baffled or confused or weirded out that I'm sick of it at that point. Although, I don't know, times are changing. Like, these days you can cop to liking anime now. Like, that's normal. Oh, boy. Oof. Whereas back in my day, boy, like, liking anime would get you bullied incessantly, immediately, without reprieve. You know, because that was also back in the day when many people were convinced that all Japanimation were just pornographic cartoons. And even if they knew that not really, that they'd still bring it up to mock you for it. Part of this track reminds you of Euphoria. Also, I've lost. And parts remind you of Legend of Valkyrie. Oh, no, Euphoria is Sunsoft, and Legend of Valkyrie is Namco, right? I have no reserves. What are you making me go to my base camp for? I have nothing. I have no disc yet. I must surrender. Just end me. The ogre gets the kingdom. You know, let's try one more time. I always do better the second time around in any game, because now I have more information. I feel like the ogre is almost a disadvantage compared to other unit types. Like, it's beefy, but it only gets to move once. I mean, it does do 3 damage and stuns, though. That's so expensive. I like that this does 2 damage. Expensive. Expensive. Okay, let's hopefully I don't regret it. Axe units and Fire Realm that can't hit anything. I've learned info such as the computer will make this shot, and there's nothing you can do about it. Not great opening moves either. Yeah. Okay, well that's something. As long as it damages the ogre, not my unit. Might as well get this gold too. Yeah, it's surprising seeing the turnaround that anime has gotten just in like the general public consciousness, if you want to call it that. No longer like, oh, instant target of mockery, which is so wild to me. That people not only like freely talk about watching anime, but like people have like, you know, charms and pins on their bags from anime, or they wear anime shirts. And I get wild to me, in a good way, but this is the stuff that would get you bullied back in the day, and I'm so glad that more people can, you know, celebrate the stuff that they like rather than having to hide it. Yeah, like anime is just everywhere now. I mean, a lot of what's out there still isn't really my thing, like a lot of media. As I've said before, sort of the shonen anime du jour, all the isekai, etc., just aren't really my thing, but I'm very picky when it comes to, I guess, what I watch, the games I play. Oops. 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 Well, thanks for not hitting one of my guys, I guess. No thanks. Thanks for healing one of my guys. I wish I could see what unit the enemy, or units the enemy could move next. That would be convenient to see if I have to prioritize a target. Presumably not the ones that just moved. Could I get rid of any of them? Except the only ones that can move are my knights, and they can only do 1 damage a hit, and can only move twice, so not much they can do. I could do maybe just... Okay, yeah. Take advantage of that health and then do damage to them. There we go, okay. Right, they're stunned. Not great. Oh, but I can get rid of this guy. Okay. I don't know if I could reach the ogre. Okay, not as dramatic a chain reaction as I was hoping for. Oh, goodbye! I think this is going better. Knock on wood, you know, before I wind up getting shredded at the end anyway. Yeah. Oh, they missed! I don't believe the computer missed. Wild. I want to focus on that ogre, but I need to get rid of this thing. You need to go. Boosh. Okay. I wonder if the game Karam also involves... Oh. Oops. Involves shooting around discs like this. I know it's a real game, but I've never looked into it. I'm a little curious. If it's like air hockey at all. you know, without the air going through the table, but the discs, the pucks, are what matter. It might involve ogres. I can't say it doesn't for sure until I've investigated it myself. Or whatever the Indian fantasy equivalent of an ogre may be. It's gotta be some, right? Surely, like every fantasy, you know, every mythology has gotta have, like, big hulking creatures, like giants of some sort, titans, you know. Don't end your turn in the fog. It's cold in there. You don't want to catch a cold. Boy, the amount of people around me that have been very obviously ill recently. But I guess it's also the fault of just... It feels like so many companies, like, they want you to work. They want you to go into work even if you're sick, because... Yeah, but we're short-staffed, you know, or we really need to push this project through by Monday, whatever. And I know in my job, too, like, they tell you that if you're sick or contagious to not come in because you're in food service. You don't want to make other people sick. But then they don't give us enough staff even when nobody calls in sick. And it's a lot to contend with. Can I buy more units? No, I can't backtrack. I just have to fight them. We're learning nothing in the last 5 years. Yeah, we've learned nothing. Like, even though it makes a lot more sense for people to maintain their distance and to rest when they're ill, like, no. What about the businesses? What about their profit? The CEO needs his third yacht. Yeah, maybe they'd be less short-staffed if they hired. It's not even about hiring people. Like, we have people who, like, will pick up extra shifts elsewhere, or will work, like, a lot of my coworkers work split shifts because they want more hours. Like, they'll work, like, 4 in the morning, and then they'll come back in, like, a couple hours and work more. They're very stingy, not my coworkers, but, like, upper management is stingy about overtime. And people surpassing that, and about the labor that we as a store earn based on our sales. But they're not really transparent about how labor is calculated. So even though we do a lot of business, they're like, no, you don't need more people because you can function with, like, this minimal amount. And it's more, I guess, profitable to minimize staffing, because then you have to pay less people. And sure, those people have to do the work of maybe 3 or 4 positions for the duration of their shift, and they're going to be completely exhausted and burnt out. But hey, you save having to pay those extra people. How few people working would make them consider closing for the day? Like 1. And that's because of safety reasons. For safety reasons, legally, we can't work alone. But even things like the other week, someone was scheduled to close by themselves. Or, like, they were only alone for 15 minutes, but, like, you can't do that. Even things like normally we're supposed to have at least 3 people for our closes minimum just because of the amount of work that needs to be done. And the fact, like, there's always going to be a supervisor and, like, a regular barista. But, oh, both of my guys are stunned. Cool. They can't move very well. But the supervisor is usually going to be busy doing administrative tasks. Things that involve, like, money management or order and product, like that kind of stuff that you can't leave the barista to do. Where are you going? Oh, I see. That's where you're going. So you want to have 3 closers, because then you can have your barista's working on the floor and helping customers and also cleaning because there's buttloads of things to clean and run breaks, and the supervisor can do all their admin stuff off the floor, but it's tough for us to do. Yeah, the human body can function on minimal amounts of food and water, but it's not good. I did it. I won. Wow. Anyway, it's getting a little late. I mean, it's Tuesday. It's not that late, but I do have to work tomorrow, so I should go to bed. I would like to do some extra streams this week, especially because I didn't play Angeline Era today. I really want to play more Angeline Era. I might try and do a bonus stream sometime this week. If you have your Twitch alerts on, or I always post on Beesky before I stream. And even if you miss me live, the VOD will be there. It'll be on YouTube, so don't worry too much. But I am always happy when people come and hang out and shoot the breeze with me. I really appreciate it. I say it a lot, but it's true, you know? I don't get to talk about video games and the like at my day job. I don't get to deliver onions at my day job. I'm not that I would want delivering onions to be my day job, but you know what I mean. Thank you so much, everyone. If I don't catch you before Crimbo, whether or not you celebrate, I hope you have a healthy, safe holiday, whatever time of year may be. Whatever you may be doing at this time of year. Ugh. Words? Question mark? I don't know. But I hope you are well. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves and stay happy. Stay happy? Yeah, you know what? Stay healthy and happy. Happy holidays. Ciao. Goodbye. Good night.